Now streaming. We're so technologically advanced over here. It's awesome. uh Sometimes we just need to get some things right. Okay, got it. Yeah, things are being live streamed. Um, cool. Well, for everyone on the in the US who's probably not going to be with us today because it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And makes me want to cook a turkey. Although I don't even have a turkey to cook right at the moment. So we're just going to jump into this and go ahead. Let's see what we else we got here. Okay, we got a bunch of notes to go through, and then yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have about things. I know you guys are both new to the loyalty system here. One thing we've been working on is Brad, you just asked this earlier, was if there is a white label overview of the system so that you can send it out to customers. And I went through I was talking with someone earlier today or earlier this week, and they're like, hey, I've got a meeting in like 2 hours. Is there anything that we can use? And I went and put one together, but it was super rushed. So what I'll do is I'm going to do like a white label front end kind of thing where it's not going into like the details of setting up or anything like that, but just really how you use the system for different industries that you're in. And I know I've got a bunch of questions from people about how do we use it specifically for, say, restaurants. And what we're doing is putting together a restaurant snapshot. So if anybody has the loyalty and reward system, you'll be able to easily just deploy it for that. Right now, it's a combination of things, but we've used it for a ton of different industries. So for we've got it working for restaurants, we've got it working for the coaching space, which I think is a huge space to be able to use it for. We set it up with a coach who has all his students, every time they complete any kind of project or engage or join a Zoom call or anything like that, we're giving them rewards, and then they can use those for more bonuses and back end type things like downloading ebooks and downloading stuff that his team does, or doing one-on-one interviews or hot seats. So that's kind of cool, being able to use the system that way. And then for home service businesses, that is how we originally set it up, was for any kind of a repeat home service business where you want customers to keep coming back and referring friends and family and all that kind of thing. We have it set up for like that already. So probably just a little bit of customization there to brand it to yourself, and then you're probably pretty good to go. But what we're working on right now and for the future here is making it so that we have industry specific snapshots that will tie in the loyalty and reward system, promotions, all that kind of stuff for that. So just to make it easier for everyone, because I know it can be confusing. All the pieces are there, but how do we piece them together for the industry that we want? And I've seen people go crazy with it and build beautiful loyalty reward systems, back end, all that kind of thing with it. But it does take a little bit of work. So I'd like to have some out of the box stuff ready to go.
Okay.
So that's my kind of little spiel for the moment here.
Sounds
One of the
good.
things we've been working on this week here too is I know I promised it. It was probably about a month and a half ago that I was talking to someone and I promised it, but a dynamic QR code generator. So that's not specific to the loyalty and reward system, but we do have a more simplified QR code generator in the system right now that you guys can access if you go under tools.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Show you that. Yeah, I'll share this here just so everybody else can know what I'm talking about. The QR code generator here, you can generate a QR code, but I'm working on this new system where you can do dynamic QR codes. So what you'll be able to do is create a QR code, and then you can go and change the URL of it afterwards. Say again, for if you print out a bunch of QR codes on business cards or anything like that, you want to change the URL to that QR code later. Don't want you to have to go and print out, 1,000 new business cards. So we can just make it so we can change the URL of that QR code, and working on integrating that into our system right now. So hopefully that's gonna be out there soon too. So yeah, I don't know if you guys had any questions about getting things set up, or anything like that, but I'm happy to answer whatever you guys got.
I have one.
So in my dashboard,
Yeah.
I'm under the rewards location now.
That thing you saw in that picture I sent you, all like the error codes or whatever is
Yeah.
cleared up.
Yeah, that was actually we were working on this QR code generator back end, integrating it, and I realized that those errors were from that.
Yeah, but I can't see like
like I have 0 of 0 credits.
Oh, okay. I can go and fix that for you here. Oh, that's weird that you have. Oh, yeah. Just give me 1 second. I know exactly what happened there.
Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna be I'm gonna get mine built out because we actually in this group
I do cleaning companies as my niche.
okay.
And another group I'm in, they just did like a gift card thing that they're like a mastermind. The head guy said, "Oh, here's a gift card thing to do for Black Friday."
Yeah.
And everyone's like doesn't know how to implement it. Some of them use high level, some of them don't. And
We were just talking about building a gift card, being able to sell gift cards through high level and then dynamically generating them
yeah,
too.
but I think this is a decent like thing that I'm going to show them. I'm going to build out mine because I have a cleaning company.
Yeah.
So I'm going to build it out for mine and then make a video about it. And so I'm going to get mine
built out.
Perfect. So what kind of cleaning company do you guys have?
We now in Kamloops are exterior, but we did house cleaning and stuff, and a lot of our clients are house cleaning.
Oh yeah, okay. So like external is that like cleaning yards and doing that kind of thing, or is
Windows,
it like pressure
gutters,
washing and stuff like
windows,
that?
gutters, pressure washing.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And then yeah, it would work. It's kind of almost set up perfectly for that kind of industry already because really the first agency that we were working with to build this out and kind of do the testing was a carpet cleaning industry, carpet cleaning agency, and that's what they have it set up for, and they use that in their agency to with all their carpet cleaning customers. So from referring and getting that new customer in and giving them a bonus for being that for their first clean or whatever is that's all set up and pretty much ready to go for you guys.
Yeah, and we it's funny because in my cleaning company I've thought for years, how do I get a rewards program,
like Save on Foods and all those. Freshco got one now.
It definitely
gets everywhere has one.
Years.
Yeah, Freshco's using Scene and stuff like that. And then I actually love what Scene really kind of built themselves up. It was they were obscure for such a long time and nobody ever used them, and then all of a sudden they branched out. Instead of just making it for the movie theater, they branched out, and now they have tons of these local businesses that are using the Scene reward system to across all their businesses. And it's like for here in Canada, we have Canadian Tire rewards. Now that's across a bunch of stuff. And then same thing with President's Choice, right? They have rewards across a ton of different businesses, and you can collect points from all of them and then use them for whatever.
Yeah,
which I really like. So I've talked with a couple of people who are thinking about doing something more like that, getting more local businesses on their into their agency and then selling them the loyalty and reward system and then using it across multiple businesses as well, combined with our promotions manager, which I think would work too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made a couple little there's a couple little buggy things going on earlier today, and I fixed those with the loyalty card. We got that up and rolling. It was working. There was just a little thing that is throwing an error if you didn't pass a customer ID. Well, obviously, so what happens is if you don't pass a customer ID to the loyalty card, then it doesn't know which loyalty card to pull up and show. So sometimes when you're going through and testing things, and this happens, is if you're going through and testing things and you're just going to, let's say we're in here and we just go over to the loyalty card. I'm going to share my screen. This happens quite often. And if you're going through and testing out like the loyalty card system or really the dashboard, anything like that, and if you don't, for this specifically, if you don't pass a customer ID, like if you just open this up and then you're like, okay, well, let's test this out and see how it works. The loyalty card is really needs to have a either somebody that was already logged in. So for example, I didn't pass a customer ID with this, but in my, if I go to inspect here, I'm just going to show you a little technical backend thing. Back here under local storage, I'm already logged in here. Like I already have information here. So we're pulling this information in if we don't detect it. But if you have somebody who, like, if you haven't gone through the loyalty card system or you're opening up in a new tab or new window or new browser or something like that, and you go to this and you go to test it, what's going to happen is it's not going to pull up anything because you're not going to have that contact ID. You're not going to have that contact information. And the system itself isn't going to work. So we just put some error checking in there. So instead of throwing an error and breaking things, we just made it so that it'll give you a warning or it'll just show blank kind of thing. So we're not breaking things. So the ideal way to, if you're going to go and test stuff, is go into the conversations or the messages that you've been sent and open up windows from there. But I did notice something super weird from high level this morning, and this is probably a little might have been an update or a change that they made. So if I went to loyalty stamps here and I went to go click this card, one thing, oh no, that looks like it's going to work now. Earlier it wasn't working. It was giving me a super weird URL, which wasn't opening up properly. Maybe it was that one there. Maybe that's just an old one. But make sure, so this is what I don't like about how is what they did here is when you click on this, it's going to open this up in your email, your conversations here, rather than opening it up in a new tab or window. So things are not going to work there. And then it's kind of a pain to get it to open. So just be aware of that, I guess. This, open a new tab.
Now you can probably change that template and put in brackets, right click, open a new tab.
Yeah, it's only in conversations, right? So if you're testing your own stuff, it's gonna do that. If it sends it to your email, it's gonna work fine. Like here, if we click on this here, that'll open up. No, there it goes. It does the card in, and we're passing the customer ID here. So then we're able to collect all that information and then go through and scroll down here, open the QR code, and then I forget what password I had in here. Anyways, and then that should go through. So we just have to make sure that this customer ID is being passed, and if it's not being passed, then things are not going to work properly with the loyalty card. So I had a couple questions about that earlier. Is like because I think people were trying to test it, and then without that ID being passed, then we just don't know whose loyalty card we're trying to update or look at or anything like that. So we just need to make sure that that's passed.
And now, are we gonna have to generate new APIs for like any old account that we've had?
You can't use, and I don't know if that's going to break anything for you, but probably can't use the old short API codes.
Yeah.
Just like, the ones that were only like 30 digits long.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Are you guys still using them for different things? Like, I think they might still work with Zapier, but I'm not sure.
The only one so far I had to change was my Zappy chat open API for our AI bot.
Yep.
But I think everything else so far is just my cleaning company is from a while ago. But yeah, I had to update my agency one to do the whole setup.
Yep.
So far everything's fine. So I'll and then my cleaning company sub account, it looks like I'll have to refresh it to get a new one.
Yeah, I would probably say that you're in the future, you're probably going to need to anyways. But we will be working at moving everything over to the version 2 API here as well, so that then it gets just integrated with tokens and whatever else, rather than putting an API key. But for now, this is how we're doing it. So as we add new features, because high level is adding new features that go into version 2 API, we'll be integrating that with our system too.
Cool. Oh yeah, that worked. Perfect.
Yeah, so let's just okay. So let's see what else we got here. So my wife Chandel, you guys might have seen her in the group. She posts in there every once in a while and kind of helps out with a lot of admin stuff. She runs all of our social media advertising and Facebook advertising for our agency, and then does some coaching with clients as well to get them on track and help them kind of realize their brand and do that kind of stuff. So she wrote out some questions. She's like, you need to answer these because people are asking me these questions all the time. People are asking, so 5 ways to use loyalty and rewards for restaurants. I know you guys are in Juan, what is your what industry did you say you were working with yesterday? We're chatting.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with veterinary hospitals.
Right. Yeah, and then we went over a bunch of the ways that you could offer rewards for them for purchasing and visits and check-ins and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna. I know I do get a lot of questions about how can we use this specifically for restaurants. So I got a few different ideas around that I'm going to jump into, and then maybe that'll just trigger a few things for you guys too about different ways that you can use them as well. So what we have. 2 things that we just added this week, and I know I got a meeting with Sam on. He's not on today, but he is working with restaurants, and 2 things that we added this week were new check-in system. So let me see if I can find this here. Rewards registration. Just got to figure out where I put it again. So sorry, 1 second. So well, maybe I'll just talk about this. So we added in a check-in in here. I just forget which funnel that I put it in. I thought it would be in this one. Rewards registration, thank you. Rewards login, home screen, dashboard, earn rewards. Rewards, please review QR code, promotions. Oh, there it is. I just had to scroll down. I have my tab. Okay. Anyways, so we built a check-in thing here, which is, I think is super neat. The idea behind this is that you can throw this up on a tablet at a retail business, at a restaurant, anything like that, and people can check in. They don't get the URL for this. So the cool thing is they come in here, throw their phone number in, tap to check in. And then what's going to happen is that will give them points for checking in that day at the restaurant, saying they visited the restaurant, right? Then you can trigger any kind of automations off of that. So if I go in here and put my phone number and click tap to check in, it's going to say, hey, thank you for checking in. We just sent you information. Thank you. Your check-in has been recorded. We're adding points to your account now. Enjoy the rest of your day. So it makes it so that they can't just scan things and then have to check in multiple times, or be able to check in multiple times and give themselves points. And then alternatively, if they're not a member, they can click on tap to register, and that's going to open up a QR code, and then they can register for the reward system or the point system. We're doing it for both, for loyalty and points, through their phone, so that they're not tying up any kind of line or anything like that. So we have those both set up in the reward system now. One of the ways that we're using this for restaurants, and we do have a number of restaurant clients, is we generally build a VIP club for them. So the idea being, hey, you come into the restaurant and you're like, hey, join our VIP club, get points, get rewards. earn things, and then you can redeem those points for new great things. We also send them out promotions. So that's why we have the promotions manager in there as well. People join the VIP club and they get points for that. And then they can go, then weekly, we can send them out a message, a text message, email, whatever it is, so that they can get points or link to promotions so that they come into the restaurant more often. Now, one of the cool things I like to do is when you're setting up your rewards dashboard is including the promotions manager promotions information directly in the back end. So once they log in, you can send them out a text message saying, hey, you've got points for the, or click here to earn. Oh, we don't want to do that. Or you've got points, or you can click here to learn how you can, or you can see more promotions that we have. So have people log in. Let me just go here. So the way we've done this in the past is we've helped clients build up their restaurant business. So as I demonstrated here, you can put the inside of our rewards login for once you log into the dashboard, you can drop the promotions code right in here. We actually have it in there right now and it's just hidden, but you can unhide it. And what that'll do is it'll load up any promotions that you have in the promotions manager directly in their back end here. So you can come in here and you can customize the look of this entire thing and drop in this promotions. And the cool thing with that is that, hey, now you can send a text message out to the restaurant clients and saying, hey, click here to check out our events, new promotions, coupons, whatever you guys have going on for the month. And then they can come here and then they can buy tickets or redeem coupons or do any of that kind of stuff. One of the, let's go back here. There is a number of things that I sign up to that are similar to this. And I know that there's like event complexes and restaurants and anybody who brings in big bands or comedy nights or anything like that, they can use this system for bringing in, for advertising that to their VIP member list, right? So that's kind of what we want to do. And that's typically how we work with restaurants is we help them build a VIP subscriber list so they can get their customers off of social media. And once they get those customers off social media, they can text and email and do all that kind of stuff to them and send out promotions and pretty much guaranteed that those promotions, events, and all that kind of stuff is going to be delivered to those restaurant clients. I mean, and again, this works for any industry, retail, whatever it is, and even Brad, who's doing the cleaning stuff. You can be sending out messages, and I don't think you might not be doing stuff to like sell other products, but you could totally do something like that where you could have people come into their rewards backend, and then you can show them promotions or events or, you know, any kind of information, or, hey, buy this new cleaning product or that kind of stuff that you can use here. So just kind of an aside. And what you can do with that too is when you click on it, because we made it so that you can add in external links and everything into each one of these promotions, you can link directly to a sales page from here, or even embed a high-level form into one of these promotions, and people just fill it out to be able to collect that reward or information. So how we
see your screen?
Oh, you know what? I always forget. So what I was saying here is and I always do that. I guarantee it happens like every time I do a live is I just forget to share my screen because I'm staring at my screen over on my second monitor and I never look. So embedding the promotions manager right into the rewards dashboard just gives you another tool to be able to advertise to your customers, right? Because they're going to go check out what kind of points they have. And then you can just advertise to them directly through here. And again, if you're a restaurant or if you're whichever, you can have promotions, events, info products, anything in here, and you can link out to external sites from inside these promotions as well, so that customers can see what things you guys have going on, and then either they redeem for coupon or like, so for example, here's an external link that's going to link out to our Power Tools website here. So you can have that link directly to any kind of sales page or whatever funnel that you have inside of High Level 2. So that's kind of neat.
Great. I have a question there.
Yeah.
Not that I think it's not nice, but I know somebody's gonna be asking me this loyalty card, the image and the stamps, that can be like changed eventually.
No, you can totally change it. You can totally change
Okay.
it right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So in here under loyalty cards,
Uh-huh.
Edit details. No, sorry, edit
Uh-huh.
settings. Here you can change your background.
Okay.
And then you can
great.
change your stamp, and then you can say you either want 5 or 10 stamps. So there's the dimensions. Right now it's 800 by 460 for the loyalty card, and then 105 by 105 for the stamp.
Oh,
kind of
amazing.
thing.
Okay.
So if you create graphics, a PNG here or this kind of thing, and upload that through there, it will completely change the way that this looks. And yeah, you can do whichever you like with that.
Great, excellent. So now I have I'm gonna ask you one question.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm having this. I'm gonna try to sell it to veterinary hospitals. Okay. But yesterday, when I was doing the configuration, I realized that when they go and they buy something or they have a consultation, they buy something. How do they get the system to acknowledge that they bought something? Because they're not going to buy it through Stripe or the web page. They're going to pay it in cash, and there's like no connection with the CRM that they are managing right now. Okay. So, do you know what I mean? How would they? Yeah. So
it depends on if they have a POS system and what they're doing, and if people are just paying with cash, then what I would do is you can have something similar to this check-in set up on at their front desk, and people can use this to check in to earn points for that. So every visit they can earn points. You can do it that way, or you can have people register for the rewards program, and when they come in, have them how do we do that? So if we're using stamps, we have it set up that way for stamps right now, but we don't have it set up that way for rewards. But you can tie the two together. So if you're using the loyalty card and have people come in, you can have your like, let's say for the example, this opens up, and then this is going to have their QR code. This is going to show them how many stamps that they have, and they have their QR code. So the business itself can scan the QR code just with a phone or a tablet or whichever, and then that's going to take them to the give points admin page. So once they scan that QR code, it'll take them over to let's open this up again, and let me just find let's go to custom values. Let me just have a look. Yeah, so it's 121212. Okay, so the business scans this, click enter. That says maybe I'm on a different page. I'll have to take a look. But if this is here, this allows them to give stamps on this page. So let's go to loyalty card admin here. Oh, I wanted to, why is my custom values? I just gotta figure out what I put in this password, and if then I have an issue. Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We click enter. There we go. It's going to show them stamps, right? So what you can do is every check-in they have, or every time they come in, they can either present their loyalty card and then earn a stamp for either purchasing or coming in for a visit or whatever it is. And then you can tie in how much money they spent on that, and then they can give loyalty stamps for that visit. Now, what you can also do is, instead of giving them like instead of saying like, hey, buy 10 bags of dog food and get the 11th free, you can say, every time you come in, we're going to give you a stamp. And then on the 10th time that you come in, we're going to award you with 5,000 points. And then you can, how I showed you yesterday with giving points, you can give points for that, and then they can use those points rewards for any number of rewards that you want to have inside of the system. So any rewards that you want. Otherwise, you can be like, okay, you got 10 stamps, and then you can just do stamps if you want, and then say, okay, you got 10 stamps, here's your free bag of dog food. Or you can say 10 stamps, here's like 5,000 points, let's say, and then they can go into their rewards backend and redeem those points for anything that they want.
Okay, great.
So there's a couple of ways that we're doing that. That's one thing that we've been discussing, especially for restaurants. If we want to have like a combination, a combo system where we're getting stamps, but we want to reward points, just because we have more versatility in what kind of rewards that we want to give. Using points, we can give a ton of different rewards. Whereas if you're using the loyalty card just on its own for stamps, you're typically giving one reward, right? Because they're working towards something. But if you say, hey, get 10 stamps, we're going to give you 5,000 points that you can go and use however you like inside of a rewards dashboard, that's easy to do too. And then you can also add in the loyalty card into your rewards dashboard here as well. We originally had it in the back end here, but then some people wanted to use just loyalty cards, and then some people wanted to do loyalty cards and rewards.
Excellent. So okay, that answered my question. Great. Thank you very much.
No problem. I think that's one of the biggest difficulties, though, is trying to integrate with customers' point of sale systems. And there's really not everyone allows you to use their API to be able to track sales and everything through there. What I appreciate that is High Level has started building out an e-commerce portal here, which we can somewhat use like a point of sale system, but I don't think it's quite there yet. But you can totally integrate this with any kind of online sales as well, as long as you can track those through anything in kind of a workflow, whether that comes in through Zapier or Make or Integromat or anything like that. You can have that shot into here and then give points based on how much people spend. So you can give a ton of different points in a variety of different ways. So again, what my goal is here in the next 6 weeks, 2 months, is to really build out more clear systems that will make sense for different industries, rather than having just a big wide open snapshot that causes a little bit of confusion. So the more stuff that we can streamline and simplify, I think that's where we want to go for sure.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. So yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do for restaurants specifically to be able to set it up. But my favorite is getting them onto a VIP list, sending them weekly promotions of lunch deals, lunch specials, events that are coming in, bands, concerts, whatever you have there inside of those events, any kind of weekly promotions or, again, lunch specials, and then having that all tied in together. We're building out the restaurant reward snapshot, which is going to include that, but it's also going to include more stuff like tying in birthdays and just kind of weekly promotions and newsletters and all that kind of stuff, so that we're staying in contact with customers. There's a really good video from Gary Vaynerchuk a few years ago where they're talking about, if you own a restaurant, how do you get customers to come back? Because you want customers to come back 2 or 3 times, because then you have them as a customer. And I think that's probably true for a lot of businesses. So coming up with a way that we can keep those customers coming back for, you know, the 2-3 times that they need to come in order to make them a loyal customer is what we're trying to do. And one of the cool things that Gary Vaynerchuk and this other guy, I think is the same guy from, he has a TV show that's like Restaurant Makeover or something like that, where they go in and or it's like the bartender one or something like that. Anyways, they get people to come in, they kind of flag that customer as a new customer, and then when they're done their meal, they give them a coupon for their next meal. Hey, oh, you just had this. Oh, next time you come in, you got to try, you know, this entree. Here's a coupon for 50% off the next entree. And then they'll come in, use that coupon. And, you know, if they have that coupon, you can flag that customer and say, hey, this is a customer coming back. So if they use that coupon, and then after they're done that coupon, hey, okay, you know what? You just had those both things. Oh, you really have to try this dessert. Here's a coupon for a free dessert next time you guys come in. So giving a coupon for that next dessert. And then having people, giving them an incentive to keep coming back over and over again with those coupons, and that they can use throughout their lifetime, gets them kind of hooked as that customer who's come back 2 or 3 times. And then the place is familiar to them, right? They like it. They've been there a bunch of times. They know what kind of food there is. And you can have that customer hooked to keep coming back. And that's kind of what we want to do. So I'd love to build something like that into the system. And you can totally do that with promotions and everything in here too. So so after you have people signed up for your loyalty card and your reward system, you can always tie them into the review system as well, get more reviews from those customers. And we have a great snapshot for that. If you guys haven't seen it, it's our smart reviews and referral system. You'll have access to it through our what is it, Power Tools bundle there. And then inside Power Tools, we have a bunch of really good stuff as well. So I don't know what to chat about now. I know Shan has been chatting with a few people, and some of the questions they had was just around pricing and how things work. With our system, just kind of answer this because I know it's a question that's come up a few times. I'm going to share this, go into a little bit, maybe talk a little bit about Black Friday stuff. But we have GHL Power Tools, and the reason we built this is we have a bunch of different stuff in the back end. So we started off with reviews about 2.5 years ago, and we built out our review system, which works really, really well. And then we thought, hey, how do we get more engagement from customers? Well, since we already have them taking action, what can we do next? So we went from reviews and we added on referrals. And with that, with the idea being like, hey, we're asking you for a review. Now that you're kind of already engaged and you're taking action, you click some buttons, you know, maybe you can give us a referral, or at least share out on social media to give us, you know, kind of a little boost that way, and then reward them for anybody who comes in through that link. So from there, I mean, we ended up building up a bunch of like small tools in the back end to kind of really help us streamline and onboard customers. So we have our subdomain manager. We built out a whole custom values updater, which we use for all of our tools and can be integrated through any of your onboarding forms or anything like that. And then we built out like contact cards, and I think we've got a few other things, a QR code manager and all that kind of stuff. And then as we got more into restaurant marketing, we built some other stuff out too, which we have our loyalty and reward system. We have our promotions manager, and then we just added in video testimonials as well. And then we're going to have our new QR code system coming right away too, so that it's easy to create QR codes and put them up so that people can keep using them. So one of the questions was, what's the difference between, you know, purchasing this or purchasing the loyalty and rewards system on its own? So loyalty and rewards, the way we have that set up is that it is a per location license. Loyalty and rewards. So it's a per location license. So for the first license that you have, you can do it for $69, or we have a couple different options. There you go. So let me just go into this. So we have a couple different options. So we have a $69 a month price, which is for one location, or we have a Black Friday sale on right now where you can do $497 for 5 reward locations. That is a lifetime deal. So if you want to add that on or buy that or upgrade, you can do that, and then that's going to give you 5 reward locations for a one-time price, and you don't have to pay again. Otherwise, what we're doing is we're capping out the $69 a month. So if you wanted to have a bunch of different locations and you're paying $69 a month, we'll cap you out at $397, and then that'll give you unlimited sub-account licenses for the reward system. So $397, you can have 100 of them there, and it's not going to cost you any more than that. So it's now $69 a month. I've had a couple people say maybe that's a little bit high, but really this is a system that we go out and sell for $300 plus a month to our customers, and you can easily do that. And we have customers who are paying that for 2 years straight, going on with a loyalty and reward system that we developed. So being able to send out text message, being able to send out those promotions, and getting those customers on their list. And now the cool thing about this is that once you get those customers on the list, people don't want to quit, right? They're going to look like idiots if they go and create a loyalty and reward system, get people signed up on it, and then say, hey, I'm going to cancel our loyalty and reward system because they're just not doing it anymore. I was just admitting somebody to the group. The chat here again. But it's easily something that you can go out there and you can sell for $69 a month. And so this is a no-brainer right here. And then really, once you get up and you want to scale, this is absolutely a no-brainer here as well, because you can easily sell this for way more than that. You can get 2 clients paying for it and have that completely covered through that. So that's not a problem. And now if I just go back to GHL Power Tools, what we've done here, I feel bad when I create something and it's really cool and I want to reward our Power Tools members. So anybody who's bought the Power Tools bundle, we're also including loyalty and reward licenses in here. So you do get 3 loyalty and reward licenses to kick you off. So that really ends up being like a it's like $70 times 3. So that's like a $210 a month kind of value that we've added into the loyalty and reward system. If you base off that $69 a month, and you're going to be able to get started with it, go out there, sell it to a bunch of customers. And then if you want to add on more licenses afterwards, you can easily do that, and we can upgrade you as you continue to grow. So that's what happens is I feel bad when we build something and then I don't include it in our Power Tools bundle, because I do want to reward people. So I do throw a few licenses in there. Now, if you go and grab or upgrade to the GHL Power Tools bundle, forget what I was going to say there. You do get a bunch of other stuff, and we are continually adding new things on here. Looks like I have to update this. So we do have loyalty cards done. We do have the video testimonials done, and we do have the promotions manager already in there. We're upgrading the QR code manager, and then we're also adding in gift cards. That's coming as well. So you're going to be able to integrate third-party gift cards into your rewards funnels, because that's another question that we've had come up quite often is, hey, if we have a client and they don't know what to give as a reward, what can we offer them? And so we're integrating this third-party reward system, so you can, third-party gift card system, so you can give out gift cards for like Amazon or for Starbucks or excuse me, for any of those other big box stores that they can easily redeem for, and you guys can completely manage the back end on your own. Yeah, so we have that, and that all ties into this whole Power Tools bundle, which gets you a bunch of different stuff. And now if you have a lifetime deal, so if you bought our review system, or if you bought a custom values update or anything like that, we are doing 40% off the LTD right now for it. Or if and for Black Friday, we do have a 30% off off the LTD, the lifetime deal, for if you want to upgrade or just start off right away with Power Tools. So I mean, that's a huge value because we're continually adding new things in here. And as you guys know, if you guys have worked with me in the past, it's if you guys have ideas and you're like, hey, can we build this? Can we add this on? Can we do that? I'm totally up for helping you guys out and creating new things that is going to bring a ton of value to everybody. So yeah, just a bunch of different things. So we've got our Black Friday stuff on till end of day Friday there, and I think it's totally no brainer. So appreciate all of everyone who's already jumped in on things and continue to do so that we can keep on building and adding on cool new things into high level. So that's my second little spiel of the day. All right, well, I'm gonna jump on Facebook here quickly and see if anybody else kind of messaged or wrote in. I know it's going to be a more quiet day, just because of the turkey holiday. Totally just makes me want to cook turkey though, but there we go. Yes, I don't see any questions in the group, and yeah, I mean, so if do you guys have any more questions or ideas or anything like that?
I do. In terms of like setting up that rewards and loyalty
Yes.
thing, when you go into the training, there's like a couple of videos, update custom values, add a rewards link. But when I open up to update the custom values, none of those options exist. It just says
Like location ID.
Oh, you have to make sure that you add the snapshot to the sub account.
oh, not
First.
just the master one.
Yeah, so if you add it, if you add another location, then you just need to make sure that you add the sub account to that or the snapshot to that sub account too.
And then that'll
import all the custom values and everything that you need to edit.
Okay, and then in terms of like training wise, it's just those 4 videos that should get me set up.
That'll get you going and set up. And then I'm creating more stuff, like even for the front end. That's another request that we've had is, can we provide more training on how the customer will actually use the reward and loyalty system afterwards. So not just how you guys set up. So I've got a list of videos here in front of me that I need to create, and I'm going to go and create some white label training so that you guys can include that into their membership underneath probably the rewards leaderboard. And we should probably change the name of the rewards leaderboard because it's more than the leaderboard. Now it's kind of like the whole managed rewards system. So inside there, we'll drop it so that we can create a bunch of white label videos on how to actually use the reward system in their business, especially if you guys are doing SaaS type stuff.
Yeah, and then where because you weren't sharing your screen, where do I find that VIP thing you were showing?
Is that in one of the sites?
Oh yeah.
Funnels?
So if you go to I'll share my screen again. Yeah, so if you go into your rewards snapshot, whichever account that you have it set up in, and then you go to sites, and then you go to dashboard and registration, this is where you see all of these things. Now, I'll show you how to do this. So rewards, let's go to rewards home screen. Here, this is kind of like the VIP one here. I have it set up for promotions. So if you add in promotions into this, in the snapshot, you probably have this section right here, this promotion section will be hidden. It's not that one, it's right here. So promotion section. I think by default, I have it turned off.
Okay.
So if you want to use the promotion stuff, I think I have all the code and everything in here already. You should have it. So you just need to go into your back end here and then go to promotions and then add a location, your same location for promotions there. And then come into your editor, go to layers, open up this section here, and then go to promotions and then go show. And then that will show this show your promotions will get loaded in this spot dynamically.
Okay.
And then you can feel free to delete any of these graphics or whichever. I just kind of put them in there for an example of what you can do, but you can build this out as long as you don't like delete our code sections, then you should be good to go.
Cool.
All right. Motions. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I'm gonna leave it hidden for now, and then hit save. So that way it just won't. So if you decide to use promotions, then it's there, and you can just turn it back on. But yeah, I'll go through and create more training on the white label stuff, and then we're also I have on the list here too is to create. We actually have a team working on this right now. Is creating some marketing material for the loyalty and reward system too. So a funnel that you can send people to, website, marketing material, that kind of stuff. I've got one here that will work great that we have for our other loyalty and reward system that we built. We actually built a loyalty system outside of High Level last year. And then we've grabbed a few of those pieces and started moving things over into High Level, like the promotions manager and stuff like that. So I've got marketing material for that I'll put together and you guys will be able to utilize for this as well. So yeah, that's kind of well, yeah, we're almost up on an hour here. But I don't know if you guys have any more questions or thoughts or anything like that for the day. Love to hear them. And if you don't, then we'll probably just wrap this up.
Yeah, no, not for the moment. Thank you very much.
All right. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll chat with you soon.
Thank you.